What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Schoolboy to Superstar with Borussia Dortmund. Today we have Real Sociedad in the Champions League group stage, the second game of the Champions League group stage. The season has gone pretty well so far. If you see, we're still top of the table, still haven't dropped a point, have a plus 27 goal difference. We are just smashing fools. It's going really well. A lot better than I even expected, because I wasn't sure about our defense this season. It was pretty good last season, but I don't know. With the names back there, it's nothing like world class, but they seem to just be doing their job and doing it well. We're not conceding. If you look at the schedule, we finally conceded against Dusseldorf last match, but before that, we went on a, 7 game stretch without conceding a goal. So yeah, pretty dang good, including a couple 6-0s in there, the 2-0 against Bayern Munich. After that Bayern Munich match, we played Wolfsburg and beat them 4-0 in the DFB Pokal, and we rotated quite a bit. Van der Voort came in, Nets came in, Namdi Collins came in, Nico came in. Same front three, really. Sancho, Moukoko, Holland. It's hard to drop those guys just because they're such a key difference in this team that it's so hard to drop them. So I did rest them a little bit. I'm pretty sure I rested Holland, brought in Kyle Jorge. Once we were 3-0 up, and I knew it was going to go, I guess, after Erling Haaland's penalties when I subbed him off in the 79th minute. So yeah, I felt like we had the game in under control, so I rotated a little bit, but yeah, I was happy with the team that put out there. They were really good. The players that came in were pretty dang good. Nico got injured a little bit, but he was all right despite that. Namdi Collins had a good game. Luka Nets had a great game. Van der Voort had a great game. So it's very promising to see some of the youngsters really step up and be really effective players. Then we played Cologne in the Bundesliga and beat them 3-0, even with, I still rotated for this Cologne match because Inter came 3 days later. So I wanted to rotate for that Inter match. So Berkey did come back in, but Paslak came in at right back. Our normal center back pairing of Petty and Zagadou. Guerrero came in at left back and was fantastic. Man of the match. So he's actually earned his job back pretty much because he's playing so well. I haven't made it. I have made it known that I'm not a big Guerrero fan. He's not been that good for me this series. But when he's in good form, I'm going to throw him out there. I trust him to play well when he's playing like that. So, yeah, he's going to get his job back. Emre Can came in the midfield. Another central midfielder I really trust. I'm really happy with our 3 central midfielder partnerships of Chan, Reyna, and then Bellingham. Those 3, I feel great with any of them in there. So, feel really good about that. Yusuf Demir came in and played well. Again, the same strike partnership with Moukoko and Holland. I can't drop them. I did drop them for one game against this Fortuna Dusseldorf game. I dropped Yusuf Moukoko for Kyle Jorge just for some rotation. And we still played pretty well, so it wasn't quite the drop-off I expected. We did struggle for a little bit to get goals. We didn't score till the 36th minute, but, that's still decently early time to score, but only 1 goal in the first half. With how well we've been playing, that was a little bit disappointing. So, I don't know, maybe not having Yusuf Moukoko in there impacted that. But again, I still rotated a little bit for this match as well. Van der Voort came in. Dusseldorf were 18th in the Bundesliga at the time, so I felt like I could rotate quite a bit, especially with the Sociedad match coming up. So I've rotated a lot in this month, and we've still just dominated teams. Van der Voort came in. Luka Nets came in. Namdi Collins came in again. Chan came in to defensive midfield. Nico came in. Demir came in, Kyle Jorge came in, so a lot of rotation for this match. And he still won 3-1. So we've got a good, deep squad at Borussia Dortmund, and I'm very excited for it. So now we've got Sociedad. We just destroyed Inter. I don't know if I even mentioned that. We beat Inter 2-0. Comfortable victory, too. They didn't do a whole lot. 6 shots, 2 on target. We had 15 and 10. Didn't have anything for XG. We had a little bit of XG, so we weren't amazing going forward. We didn't create the best chances. You can see Moukoko and Holland didn't really do much. But Reyna was fantastic. Pretty sure he got both assists. I'm pretty sure the ball that DeVry, I don't know. It depends on who you credit for the assist on an own goal. But pretty sure Reyna put the ball in that got hit by, I don't remember who, Sancho, I think. And hit DeVry. I know it was Bellingham. And hit DeVry in the face and then went in. So do you give Bellingham the assist or Reyna for the ball in? I give it to Reyna, but he got the assist for Zagadou on I believe it was a set piece, a corner, if I remember correctly. So Reina has been just ridiculous. He's probably been the best player in the team. Him or Holland. I mean, Mukoko's been great too. It's like those three are probably the best players in the team right now. Mukoko, Holland, Reina. Sancho right afterwards, but Camavinga even has been really good. And I've struggled to find good ratings for a defensive midfielder. So that's really good to see. Our defense has played well. Papetti did not have a good game. But other than that, our defense played really well. Guerrero, another good game. So, yeah, I'm happy with how the team's playing. We're beating good teams comfortably. So that's very promising. So now we've got Sociedad. And this is the team I'm going to throw out for that Sociedad match. Berkey in goal. He's our big game goalkeeper, so he's going to come in for this. Munier, Papetti, Zagadou, Guerrero. What is our starting lineup right now for our defense? Guerrero, like, when he's playing this well, like an 8 and then a 7.2. So, I mean, I can't drop him. Calafiore's not played poorly either. But, well, like a 7, let's see what it's like, 7.1, 6.9, 6.9, 7.9 a while ago. So he's been pretty average. He's had one really good game against Gladbach and a pretty decent game against Fortuna Dusseldorf. But, yeah, I mean, I just can't drop Guerrero right now. He's putting up 8s and 7.2s, and he's not getting any 6.9s or anything like that. No average ratings. He's just playing well, so he gets the start. Camavinga, Bellingham, Reina are starting midfield partnership. Sancho, Holland, Mukoko are starting front three. So this is what I think our strongest squad is at this moment. I'm still not sold on Papetti and Zagadou being like an elite center back pairing. They're both only 2.5 star ability. But they've played well, like 7.32. Like, Zagadou's been fantastic. Like, everything above a 7 in his last, how many is that? 7 matches? 6, 7 matches? 6 matches? Above a 7 in every single one for a center back? That's pretty impressive. Petty, he had a pretty poor game against, who was that against? Inter? Yeah, against Inter, he was pretty poor. But other than that, look at all the 7s. Like, look at all the 7s. Look how far back that goes. Since he got sent off against Real Madrid in the Club World Cup, he put up a 7 in every single match until that Inter match. Even with an 8 against Wolfsburg. He did get a goal. He's got a fair few goals for us. 3 goals, 5 goals on the season, 6 goals on the season. 2 against Orlando Pirates, so does that really count? I'm counting it. But you can say 4 to 6 goals this season, which is pretty good. So Petty's been fantastic. Zagadou's been fantastic, but I don't know. I think it's just their star rating. I know I shouldn't focus on that too much, but 2.5 star rating isn't what I would consider an elite center back pairing, but they did well against Inter, and Inter's got probably the most elite center backs in the world, so yeah, I feel good. So let's get into this match. We are at home, so we've got the advantage there. See if we can get another clean sheet, or just a win in general. Like, I'm not too concerned if we concede. Just win. Just win, baby. I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. They like that. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. A lot of inspired and motivated. A lot of motivated. Pretty good team talk. Both teams coming to this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? We're going to have to be at our very best to get something today. Real Sociedad are as good as they come and will certainly be able to cause us 1 or 2 problems. Are you hopeful that Andrea Papetti carries his recent good form into this match? He's certainly given me every reason to think he can keep it going. I mean, his last Champions League match wasn't good, but it was against Inter Milan. You can kind of say, like, okay, that's Romelu Lukaku. I don't know who their other striker is, but I'm pretty sure they played a 5-3-2. I don't remember who their other striker starter was, but Romelu Lukaku was definitely up there. And that's never an easy task, so I'm pretty happy with this team right now. I don't think I'd change out anyone. Like, I'm happy with every single player I've got in this team. I'm so happy with how I've built this team. Did it all through youngsters, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I didn't know how I'd feel about this series. As Sancho, what a goal that is. Picks up the ball in his own half and drives down the length of the pitch and places it into the far left corner, goalkeeper's right-hand side. But what a play by Jadon Sancho. Just outrunning his defender. Who is that? He's Marino. Mikel Marino, maybe? Not keeping up with him. And Sancho finds the back of the net. Is that Mikel Marino? It is Mikel Marino. So, isn't he a former Dortmund player? Am I getting that correct? Yes, he is. Former Dortmund player Mikel Marino spent 2 years at the club. They sold him for 10.25 to Newcastle, then sold him for 13 to Sociedad. So the former Bayern player, or not Bayern, former Dortmund player coming back to get beaten by Jadon Sancho for the goal. Can't keep up with Jadon Sancho. Not many people can keep up with Jadon Sancho, so can't really blame him too much, but Jadon's just too good. He's so good. I'm really happy that we've gone to the 2 up top instead of adding that other winger, because like I said last season, I could not find a second winger that was any good, as Oyarzabal's going to score. That was a little too easy. I mean, that was a great finish in the top left corner. Like, keeper's never getting there. But defender's got to track his man a little bit better there. Merino, at the heart of it, ball into Kelechi Iheanacho of all players, and then just Meunier just loses his man. He gets in behind him and places it perfectly into the top corner. You can't say a lot about when that goes in, but you expect a little bit better defending leading up to that. Like, that was not very good by Meunier. I mean, Petty wasn't very good either. He wasn't helping at all. So, got to really blame those two for that goal. Guerrero's taking a bruised ankle, though. I'm not going to take him off because of a bruise. If you don't know, I don't take players off for bruises. If they get injured, like a red injury, and get taken out of the game, it's usually still like a 1 to 3 day injury, so it doesn't matter if you take them out or not. I've rarely seen a bruise come back to be like a weak injury or anything like that, so I'm going to keep him in there. I'm going to say I'm not happy, though, because that isn't up to what I've been seeing the past couple matches. Haaland not playing amazingly, 6.8. Moukoko not playing well at all, 6.5. Zagadou not playing well. Petty and Meunier just average. Reyna's been great as well. I mean, Reyna's always great. Guerrero's having a decent game. Reyna gets injured too. That stinks. What's the injury? I wish you would tell me what the injury was, because I really want to know. If it's a bruise, I'm not taking him out. A pulled groin, that's not good. I'm going to take him out for a pulled groin. Bring Emre Can in. Think about the longer term of this team. Like, Reyna getting injured here, like seriously injured here, is going to hurt worse than a draw or a loss to Sociedad. I mean, I would hope we can still, even if we draw this match, we can still win, or we can still at least finish second to Inter if they don't, as they've drawn equal with Young Boys. That's a really big result. They scored a minute after Lukaku scored. I'm going to berate the team, though. This has not been a very good performance. They're not very good going forward. They're creating a decent number of chances, as that one goes off the crossbar. So unlucky. Guerrero's cross gets blocked. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of chances, but they've had a decent number of shots and shots on target. They're just not finishing them. Sancho with a great finish on his, but Haaland's not having his typical dominant game that he usually has. He's not really done much. I don't know if I've even seen him touch the ball yet. That's a good throw into Emre Can, into Camavinga. Nice ball through to Guerrero. Guerrero's playing well. Like I said, I don't really like him, but when he's playing this well, as Haaland gets on the end of it, and that gives us the lead back, 2-1, and of course it's Erling Haaland to give us the lead, and Guerrero's making the play happen. That was a nice ball from Camavinga into Guerrero. He beats his man one-on-one, gets to the byline, puts in a cross. Usually they go for goal there, so it's really good to see him go for the cross. And he finds Erling Haaland, who does not miss because it's Erling Haaland, and Erling Haaland doesn't miss. Yendazai now with the chance for Sociedad, but Zagadou heads it away. Rating has improved a little bit for Zagadou. Sancho going on the end of it, looking for another long run. I don't think he has the shot on, though, but he finds a pass to Moukoko, but he gets saved by Ramiro. Mukoko's got to go to the opposite corner there, I feel like. Ramiro is standing at his near post. It was easy for him to save. But if he goes to the far post there, he might have scored that. There was a lot of room at that far post. It's about time for us to make some subs. We've made one already, but I don't know what sub we should make. I mean, we should probably waste time a little bit. Let's waste some time. I want to keep Guerrero out there because he's playing well, and Nets isn't any better defensively, so there's no reason to bring Guerrero off for Nets. Camavinga's not had a great game. Let's bring in Delaney. He's a little bit more defensive. I mean, their defensive attributes might actually be close by now because Camavinga's improved like ridiculously. But this would be huge if Young Boys draw Inter. Absolutely huge. And we beat Sociedad. That would be huge for us. Like, we'd be the favorites for finishing top of the group if Inter actually do end up drawing. Got time to make one more sub. Meunier's on a yellow. He's the only player on a yellow currently. Maybe I'd take off Moukoko for a defender. Maybe a winger on the left-hand side. I've got Royce on the bench, I believe. Just for some more help down that flank. I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to take Moukoko off. I'm going to bring on Royce. So he can help Guerrero a little bit more down that flank. Move Guerrero to a wingback on defend. We don't need to be going forward anymore. Just stay strong defensively. I'm put both my Mazalas on support. I'm happy with Chan in there. I think he's really good defensively, so that really helps us. Yeah, let's make this one change. Do I go defensive? Never go defensive. Every time I go defensive, we concede. So I'm just not going to go defensive. I'm just going to waste time. I'm going to tell the team to focus. That usually seems to do the trick. 5 minutes of added time. We've dominated this game. 18 shots, 10 on target to 6-3. 60% possession. And we get the victory. 2-1. Not the most impressive victory we've ever had. Not the greatest performance by Erling Haaland. He got the goal when we needed him to. Sancho played a great game. Gio Reyna played a great game before his injury. Guerrero played a great game. I know it says Haaland and Sancho have the higher ratings, but I'm going to do Guerrero man of the match there. He was fantastic. He did everything I wanted him to do. Jadon Sancho had that amazing run, but other than that, we didn't see him do a whole lot. But Guerrero was making plays happen. He's had a lot of good crosses in that we just couldn't finish. But he finally found one that we could. That won us the game. Do I say it's a let-off or do I say it was a good win? Sociedad aren't a bad team. I'm going to say, well done, lads. That was a good win. I'm not going to say it was a let-off because they might be upset about that. But I know they'll react well to me telling them it was a good win. Erling Haaland scored the all-important goal that secured victory for your team. What sort of effect do you think those will have on your players? It'll provide a monumental boost to everyone here. It could be a season-defining moment. How good was that goal by Jadon Sancho? It was one of the best efforts I've seen in a while. The actual finish itself wasn't amazing, but just the run from his own area, just smoking Mikel Merino and placing it into the far corner, perfectly placed. Wasn't the hardest finish of all time, but yeah, it was great. Great finish. Guerrero, 1 to 3 days because of a bruise. Reyna, though, 3 to 7 days with a pulled groin. So he's probably going to be, he's going to be out for the Union Berlin match, but I don't think we'll really need him for that match. They're in 10th place, so they're not doing poorly, but it should be a game we should win. We should definitely win that game. Look at all the green. The only red is the Real Madrid FIFA Club World Cup match, and if you think, if we would have played Moukoko and Haaland up top, would that tie have gone differently? Obviously we had the sending off in the 99th minute, which really changed things for the extra time, but would we have won it in normal time if we had Moukoko and Haaland up top? Or did we have Moukoko and Haaland up top? Oh, we didn't have Haaland, that's right. Royce had an absolute stinker, but yeah, we didn't have Haaland, we just had Moukoko, so yeah, I wouldn't have changed anything. Because we didn't have him available, so... But if we did, that probably would have changed that result. Haaland is an absolute game destroyer, so he's just so good. Yeah, another goal conceded, but I'm okay conceding 2 goals in 8 games. 9 games, even. 2 goals in 9 games, in our last 9 games. Unbelievable. Only conceded 2 goals in the Bundesliga so far. And he scored quite a few. 4, 4, 6, 6. Well, that's DFB Pokal, but 3. We are just a juggernaut right now. This team is so good. And it's not, significantly different from the team I inherited when I got here. It's just players have developed. Papetti is a new player. Obviously, he's been pretty good for us at center back. His attributes aren't ridiculous, though. He's really good physically. But technicals aren't crazy. Mentals aren't crazy. But he just plays well. Everyone else really has been here from the start except for Camavinga, who's obviously been a huge get for us. Mentally, just ridiculous. Physically, ridiculous. Technically, in the areas he needs, ridiculous. Yeah, he's really good defensively. 15 marking, 16 tackling right now. 16 passing, 16 vision. He's just such a good defensive midfielder. So good. One of my favorite players in this game. Bellingham Reyna started here. Sancho started here. Haaland started here. Moukoko obviously started here, but he's developed a lot since we first joined the club. He's so good. He's developed crazy amounts. If we look at his development, attributes, all time. It's not going to show the numbers of how much each. I know each has gone up quite a bit. I don't know why it's not saying. I don't know why it's not actually giving me the numbers for how much it's gone up. It says jumping reach has gone up 1. The others are just arrows. But I know, all of these have gone up 3, 4, 5 attribute points. So, yeah, he's developed a lot. It's not going to show it, but he's developed a lot. So, terms of next episode, we're going to be back for the Inter match. We beat them the first time around at home. This is going to be away, and this is probably going to determine who finishes top of the group. I mean, with the way things are sitting currently, it looks like it's going to be us and Sociedad determining who finishes top of the group. But I still think with 2 more games to play in between, they beat Sociedad. They beat Young Boys for the second time. The second time they play them, they beat Young Boys. And I think it's going to be us and Inter Milan looking to finish top of the group. I mean, really, it determines if it all depends on what Young Boys can do against Sociedad. If they can get a point off of them, then it's definitely going to be us and Inter. If they don't, like, Sociedad could still be up there for us. So it's still going to be a big match. If we lose this, we won't even get top 2. So, I mean, obviously we have to beat Young Boys twice, but that shouldn't be a concern. This run-in is not very bad. Berlin, Young Boys, Paderborn, 15th. Nuremberg, 17th. Hoffenheim decent, 11th. Augsburg are good, 4th. But Young Boys twice, all those teams, yeah, should be comfortable wins for us. Should be a huge win streak for us. Hopefully, we have a huge win streak going into this Inter match, so we can come in with a bunch of form, bunch of well-oiled machine, just dominating every team we place. That's my hope for this next match. But if you made it this far, why don't you like this video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.